soon as it has uploaded. And props we will need for today is a tennis ball if you have one for a little later on. If you don't have one, a metal water bottle works great. A couple of yoga blocks. A band if you have one. So this one's a medium size band. A blanket, a foam roller, which is behind me. And then I'm going to slide on these Bodhi feet that I've been mentioning recently. I just really, really love them. They're made from silicone, so they're lovely and squishy. Particularly into them at the moment because I'm climbing, and if you know something about climbing, you might know that the shoes are awful. They really sort of squish your feet up. So I'm doing this as a way of helping counteract that. But I think this is good for all of us, is having these little toe spreaders on. So I'm going to practice with them on. While I'm popping on my toe spreaders, come and lie down on your roller, bum at the front end and head at the other. And then place between your knees one of your yoga blocks, or if you have a Gertie ball, grab a Gertie ball. Those work very well too. Okay. It's really starting to feel like fall over here. It's beautiful and blue, but it's getting cooler, hence my jacket. I really like this time of year. I'm looking forward to those fall colours. So on that note, a week on Sunday, I will be in San Francisco and I'm doing a yoga retreat at Green Gulch. There are 3 spaces left if you would like to join. And it's all about self-care, particularly around the fall, autumn time. So just a little plug for that. Okay, now that you're on your roller, have your spine nicely aligned with the roller as much as you can. Feel that with the block between your knees, your heels are right in line with your knees. So not out, not in, and your big toes are facing straight forward. Let's bring our peace fingers onto the front point of our hips. And if it's helpful, you can close your eyes or halfway close your eyes. And for now, bring your thumbs to your front lower ribs. And as you inhale, spread your lower ribs wide. That will go to mid-ribs and armpits. And then exhale, squeeze your block and narrow your waist. Inhale, spread lower ribs, mid-ribs, armpits. And exhale, narrow your waist and squeeze your block. Keep going. And then do your best to breathe through your nose the whole time. We've got little follicles in our nose which help to clean the air as it comes in. Also creating some warmth for the air coming into our body. One more deep breath here. And notice how you feel. Do you feel that you are more in your body than possibly you were a moment ago? And staying with your mindful breathing, exhale, squeeze the block, and tuck your tailbone gently. Your waistband moves in towards the roller. And then as you inhale, do an arch in your lower back. Exhale, squeeze your block, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, gentle arch in your lower back. And like that, keep going. Notice how your torso is rocking on the roller. helping to bring your awareness towards the back of your body, which is really good for our nervous system, by the way, helping us become more embodied. And then also this moving on the roller gives us some feedback as to how our back is today, how our muscles are, how aligned our spine is. And then as you exhale, hold the tuck just for a moment and bring your attention to your sacrum. That's the bone between the back pockets of your jeans. And you press your sacrum down into the roller, undoing the tuck. So you find your natural arch in your lumbar spine. So if you bring your hands around to the roller where your lower back is, you should feel that there is some space there, but you cannot quite have your fingers touching because your muscles are in the way there. So natural curve. Keep a nice hold of your block and press your rib cage down into the roller, a little tuck in your chin. As you inhale, reach your arms to your ceiling and then by your ears. Palms are faced up and exhale, come wide and down, opening your chest. Inhale up and over. And exhale, widen down. Keep going. Beautiful. One more of these. And then reaching up, palms touch. Again, check that your head, ribs, and your sacrum are grounded down onto the roller. And as you inhale, arms out wide, hands touch the floor. And exhale, palms together like that. Keep going. It's lengthening your breath to help calm your nervous system and help you feel more embodied. So often we live in our head or even up and out of our head, totally distracted from our physical being. Let's do one more breath like this. And now bring your arms up towards the ceiling, palms face forwards, twinkle your fingers up there, and then bring your hands forwards to the floor. Walk your fingers forwards and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Lovely. And then do a squeeze of your block, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes on, push through your heels, lift your hips, and peel up one vertebra at a time. Take a deep breath in up there. Then exhale, reach your hips forwards and come down one vertebra at a time. Pause for a big inhale, resting on your roller. Exhale, squeeze your blocks, squeeze your glutes on, lift your hips and peel up. Deep breath in up here, feel all that is to be felt. And then exhale, reach your hips forwards and come down one vertebra at a time. Again, rest on the roller, deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the blocks, squeeze your glutes on, lift your hips up, peel up. Take a deep breath in up here, and then exhale, come on down. If you don't feel aligned with your roller, do your adjustments until you do. And now reach your arms back up to your ceiling again. Slight tuck in your chin, press your head down into the roller, good for your neck. Press your ribs down, switches your core arm. Press your sacrum down, keeps your natural arch in your lumbar spine. Good. We're going to try and be as steady as we can on the roller. And as you exhale, narrow your waist, squeeze your block, and reach your right arm to the side. Inhale, bring your arm back up. Exhale, narrow waist, squeeze block, left arm to your side. Inhale, come up. Keep going nice and slowly like that. So to help you balance, you want your abdominal muscles on, but also gaze towards your ceiling, keeping your gaze steady to the ceiling. And we'll do one more each way. Go nice and slow. Keeping is to not feel rushed. Finishing off with your left arm to your side. And then come up. Good. Now you can drop the block from between your knees, or exhale, press your front lower ribs down so much that your head and shoulders float, and keep curling your spine up to take the block out of the way. Then have your hands down on the floor, anchor down onto the roller, engage your left glutes. So your left leg gets nice and steady and your right leg comes up so your shin is like a tabletop. Anchor down onto the roller and left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Let's take a moment to get steady on our roller. So again, keep a little narrowing in your waist the whole time, and navel goes down towards your spine when you reach your limbs away. So as you exhale, push your right leg forwards, left arm to the side. And inhale, come back. Tuck your chin, plug your head down. Exhale, navel to spine, right leg forwards, left arm by side. And inhale, come back. Keep going. So left hand lowers to armpit height, not lower. Good, and we'll do one more of these on this side. Excellent. As you exhale, place your hand down and your foot down. Take a deep breath in here. Then as you exhale, anchor down onto the roller. Left leg comes up. Right arm comes up. Palm is facing towards your midline. As you exhale, navel to spine, reach your left leg forwards, right arm to your side. And inhale, come back. 4 more times. Exhale, reach away, feel strong and steady. Inhale, come back. 3. Inhale, come back. 2. Inhale, come back. And 1 more. Inhale, come back. And exhale, hand down, foot down. Lovely. Now we're going to step our legs together, so it's getting a little more tricky. Wiggle your heels so that you feel that they are straight forwards of your roller. Do a minor tuck in your tailbone. Press your rib cage down, tuck your chin, press your head down, press your sacrum down, navel down, arms reach up. Let's take a moment to get steady. So maybe your arms don't go as low as when you were at hips width. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, navel to spine, right arm to your side. Inhale, float up. Navel to spine, left arm to your side. Inhale, float up. Navel to spine, right arm. Inhale, float up. Navel to spine, left arm. Inhale, float up. 1 more each way. And once you've done the left side, arms out wide on the floor, legs wider, and glide left and right to massage your spine. Oh, doesn't that feel good? So sometimes I take 5 or 10 minutes just to lie on the roller during the day. It's a really nice way of resetting your spine, encouraging a sense of embodiment, and a great place to practice deep breathing pranayama. Prana is life force, ayama means expansion. So deep breathing expands our life force. Slowly roll over to your side and come off of your roller. So let's have that over to the left side. And then if you have a blanket, bring the blanket to the back of your mat so you've got a little pillow there. Let's have our medium or heavy duty band handy. And then just adjust your blanket or pillow so that your neck feels nice and comfortable. And then hug your right leg in towards you. Left foot can stay flat on the floor for now. And then left hand on the front point of your hips that you stay anchored there. So we're using our abdominal muscles to keep our torso grounded, particularly through your left side. Stir your knee, right knee goes out to the side. So here's where your left side might want to lift off the floor. Use your core to anchor down and then circle your knee around. Keep going. So I'm pressing down into the floor through sacrum, ribs and head, just like we did on the roller. And we'll go one more with these circles. Again, and now go the opposite way. So your knee goes to the midline, forwards to the side and into your chest. 3 of those in total. Again, we're trying not to rock our torso as we go. And now keep your right leg hugged in, left leg reaches forwards along the floor. Rollers towards your side, left hand on your right shin, right hand out to your side palm up. We're going to move into a twist and we're taking our time to get there. So as you inhale, let your pelvis turn a little left, and as you exhale, come back out of that. Go a little deeper again, rotating left, and come out. A little deeper again into that rotation and come out. Keep doing this, or rotate your pelvis and bring your knee and foot to your roller. Lift up through your rib cage, turn a little right. And then notice all the feelings here. So for me, I'm feeling actually a hip stretch in the right side, and then some spinal relief with the rotation. Stay with the breathing into your lower ribs, then mid-ribs, then armpit. And you have a soft smile on your face so your nervous system knows that everything's okay. One more deep breath. And then as you exhale, navel to spine and come out of the twist. Both feet flat to your floor. Notice how your pelvis is swerved right. Lift up, reach forwards and lengthen straight down your mat. And let's just take a moment to be here and feel the back side of our body, right glutes in comparison to left glutes. Lower back, right back ribs in comparison to left back ribs. Right back shoulder in comparison to left back shoulder. Body awareness. And now use both hands to lift your roller over to your right side and hug your left leg in towards you. Right hand is on the front point of your hip again, just anchoring down, reminding the right side of your torso to stay grounded, and circle your left knee to the side, forwards, across your midline and to your chest, like that, 2 more times. And 1 more time. And then we'll go the opposite way, across your midline, forwards, to your side and into your chest. 2 more. Lovely. Hug your left leg in, reach your right leg straight forwards. Right hand on your shin, left arm out to the side, palm up. And like before, we're going to gently ease into this twist. So we'll inhale, go a little right with our torso. And exhale, use our abdominal muscles to pull us back out. Go again, maybe a little deeper, listen to your body, and then come back out. 2 more times. Really lovely. And then do you feel ready to go into the twist now? If you do, do. If you don't, don't. Keep rocking if you don't. And then turn your rib cage left and breathe here. One more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, use your strong core to come out of the twist. Both feet to the floor. Notice how your hips have swerved left. Lift up through your pelvis, reach straight forwards and come down to the floor. And then again, a scan through our body. Right glutes, left glutes, sacrum, lower back, back, right ribs, left, right ribs, left back ribs, I mean, right back shoulder, left back shoulder, back of your head, fully grounded on your floor. Now grab your band, the dense band, and place it around the sole of your foot. So it's going to be a springy experience, and this is your right foot. Press your sacrum down into the floor so we never compensate. And now nice and slowly push your right foot up into your band. So there's a little effort to do that, and then bend your knee again. Exhale, anchor down through your sacrum, push up through your right foot and bend your knee again. Let's keep doing that. So again, we're pushing through some resistance. Keep your head grounded too. Use your breath to help your body feel easeful in these movements. And the next time that you push your foot up, let's stay there. You don't need to have a straight leg. Bring the band into your right hand. This is happening at your hip socket. Turn your right foot out as if to 2 o'clock. Feel that in your hip. That your foot still to the ceiling there, Cecile, straight up. Toes face your face, that's 12 o'clock. Then turn your foot out to 2 o'clock. And then back to 12 and out to 2. So you can stay with that, or at a diagonal, take your foot out to the side. Your roller supports your thigh. Lovely. And then reach your left foot forwards and breathe here. Now you can shorten the band if you want a bit more stretch. And you plug down through left hip, left ribs, left shoulder. And that is done with your obliques, your abdominal muscles. Where it feels tight, imagine you can breathe into there. Mindful, deep, smooth breath. And then as you exhale, really strong core, bring your leg up. Do a little bend in your knees so you can take your strap off. And if your lower back is feeling good today with a straight leg, reach your foot forwards and down, strong core as you go. If your back's not good with that, bend your knee and slide your foot along the floor. Lift the roller over to your left side and hug your left leg in. Hand comes around the ball of your left foot. Again, we're trying to ground down through our pelvis and sacrum. Try not to lift and curl there. That would be compensating, and we want to isolate our leg. So as you exhale, push your foot towards the ceiling, find a good stretch. And then inhale, bend your knee, and like that, keep going. Easing open. Oh. And then the next time that your foot is up towards the ceiling, hold the strap in your left hand, right onto the side palm up. And again, we're going to turn our foot out to like 10 o'clock and then come back so your toes face your face. That's 12 o'clock. Go to 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, and then reach your leg diagonally out to the side, finding a nice amount of support with the roller. And breathe here. Please be willing to modify what we're doing here as you listen to your body. So if anything feels too much, go back a step to the warm-up of the sequence. So in this case, it would be foot to the ceiling, bending and straightening, or doing 12 and 10 o'clock. Breathe nice and smoothly, getting blood flow to all of your muscles. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, super strong core, bring your leg up. Like last time, you can either bend your knee and slide your foot along the floor, or anchor your torso down, navel down, reach your foot forwards and lower down with your leg. Great, let's hug both our legs in towards us. Keep your knees together and go in circles. 3, massaging the back of your pelvis. 2, and 1. Then we're going the opposite way. 3, 2, and 1. And then hug your legs in towards you. Bring your left foot flat to the floor. Right foot turns in circles. 3, 2, 1. Sometimes it's like Rice Krispies in there. Opposite. 3, 2, 1. Point and flex your foot. 3, 2, 1. Stay with the flex and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Left hand on left hip to anchor so there's not a swerve when you push your right knee forwards, and feel what's happening in your hips here. Breathing. Can you roll your right shoulder down your back? And now resist yourself. Press your right thigh into your hand, hand into your thigh. Feel muscles on your groin engaging. Then relax that and push your knee forward. As with previous sequences, keep your pelvis and sacrum grounded and hug your left leg in towards you. You can use the strap or your hands. And then really plug your sacrum down from here. Feel that deep stretch in your right hip and imagine you can breathe into there. If it feels good, in slow motion, rock your hips left and right. Slow motion. Head stays grounded and steady the whole time. Small movement. And then come to center and hug your left leg in. As you exhale, navel to spine, both feet to the floor. And again, let's just have a moment to feel the difference energetically from your right hip to your left, right leg to left. And now hug your left leg in towards you. Foot's turning. 3, 2, 1. Opposite way. 3, 2, 1. Point and flex your foot. 3, 2, 1. With a flex, cross your ankle over your thigh. Right hand on the front point of your hip, anchors down so there's not a swerve when you push your left thigh forward. Breathing smoothly, mindfully. Good. And make sure your left shoulder's anchored down your back as you resist yourself, pushing your thigh into your hand, hand into thigh. Then relax that and push forward. Forearm, hug your right leg in towards you. And ground your sacrum down. If your bottom's curling out towards the ceiling, you're compensating and possibly straining. So if that ends up being the case, pop a strap around the back of your thigh and pull in so you can ground down through your sacrum and really isolate your left buttock muscles. Help the release by breathing mindfully, deeply. And again, like last time, a little rocking left and right if that feels good for you. Small, slow movements. Very nice. And then nice and slowly releasing and bring both feet flat to the floor. Now, if you have osteopenia or beyond, please roll to your side and come up. If you don't, then you can hug your legs in and do a roll up your back and come to a seat. We're coming around to kneeling on all fours. So if your knees would like a little extra cushion, grab your blanket. And then what we're going to do is grab our tennis ball or our water bottle was what I recommended, and place it behind your right knee, And what I want you to practice doing is holding that with as little effort as necessary. So look how my foot's slightly off the floor. I'm holding it just enough tension. And then we're going to have a nice straight spine as if we were on the roller. Okay. Left glutes are on to keep you steady. Push down evenly through both hands so you don't lean left. And lift your right leg out and push your heel towards the ceiling. You're going to feel your hamstring come on and then slowly come back down again. Now take your knee to the side and come back down again. Slowly push your foot towards the ceiling, hamstring squeezes on, bring your knee back down. Take your right knee to the side without twisting your torso, come back down. Push your foot towards the ceiling, good, come back down. And take your knee to the side without twisting your torso and come back down. Lovely, let's take that ball out of the way. Push your right leg back to straight and rock forwards and back so that you get a little back of your leg stretch and also a toe warm up. Then bring your knees down. Let's for a moment come up off of our hands and shake our hands out. When you're kneeling on all fours, try not to sink into your joints, but use your muscles to support you. So in other words, try not to sort of be like this, but really kind of plug your shoulder blades onto your ribs and lift your navel up. Ball at the back of your left knee, left toes tucked under. I find that's like the easiest way to get a gentle hold of the ball. Again, I'm going to try not to lean right. So right glutes on, left foot pushes to the ceiling. Come down with your knee. Exhale, knee to the side. Inhale, knee down. Exhale, foot to the ceiling. Inhale down. Exhale, knee to the side. Inhale down. Exhale to the ceiling. Inhale down and to the side to finish off. And inhale down. Lovely, Sharon. Take the ball out of the way. Left leg reaches back, toes tucked under. And again, we can do that rock. Beautiful. Let's take a moment in child's pose. So what we can do is grab that roller and bring it between our legs. So we've got something to sit on. Take it way back so it doesn't get in the way of your chest, and then bring your head down to the floor. If an inversion, which this is not right for you, maybe you get vertigo, then bring the roller forward so you can rest your head on the roller. Try both versions if you're not sure which you would prefer today. Stay with your deeper, longer breath. Good, and then slide your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, come up, and we're setting up the downward facing dog. If you want blocks for your hands, grab those. I really like this version. And then toes tuck under, sit bones up and back. So I've got my heels up really high right now, focusing on a deep hip flexion. Release through the spine. Ears relaxing between our arms. And then if you want to open up the back of your legs a little bit more, right heel presses down, lifts up. Left heel presses down, lifts up, and so on like that. Keep pedaling. Both heels lift up. Use your strong core. Step your right foot to the outside edge of your hand. And then a big circle of your hips, lubricating your hips. 3, 2, and 1. Go the opposite way. Great. Try and keep your spine straight. Your knee will not straighten as you slide your hips back and forwards. Keep going. These movements are super helpful for the health of our hips. And also being hydrated is really important for the health of our joints. Next time you lunge forwards, roll your shoulders down your back, lift your collarbones, drop your chin. Let's breathe mindfully here. And feel free to stay here in this version or right hand on thigh, turning your chair. Smiling might help. And then reach your right arm out, palm up, turn your chest, nice deep breaths. Maybe say no with your head, making sure you're not getting tense there. And if it feels good for you today, squeeze your left glutes on and pull your left heel in towards you. And what you can do is slide hips back and forwards with this as well. Yeah. Listen to your body. Your body is always sending you messages. And then we will release and step back to downward facing dog again. So again, can you get a nice deep crease in the front of your hips? Deep hip flexion, really good for your hips, and also releasing your spine. Beautiful. And then heels up high, and as you exhale, use your strong core, left foot steps outside edge of hand. Remember that your foot and your knee are turned out to 10 o'clock, and then we're doing big circles. 3, 2, 1. Go the opposite way. 3, 2, 1. Forwards and back with a straight spine. So again, notice how my knee is not fully straight when I go back. And then lunge your hips forwards, roll your shoulders down your back, lift and spread your collarbones. And can you reach up through the back of your crown? Option stay there, or left hand on thigh, turning your chest. Maybe reach out to your left. Possibly engage your right glutes, pull your left heel in. Try not to be pushy with this one. This one's deep. Maybe it doesn't feel right for you today, and please honor that. Again, you can slide backwards and forwards. This is the last deep stretch of the day. Great. And then release. Come either into child's pose or downward facing dog. So your child's pose could have your hands still on your blocks. And keep your ears up in line with your arms. It's a lovely big upper back stretch. Lower back relief. One more breath here. And then bring yourself into a seated position to transition down onto your side. So we're not actually going to do any standing poses today. Now, what you might want is a blanket or a pillow, and you may choose to have your band. We're going to do what I call the lovely clams, because if you say lovely, it makes them a little bit better. So if you've got your blanket, you can fold it up a little bit. And here's what we're going to do. So you have to decide what's right for you. I usually simply use my arm. This doesn't work for everybody. So you might want a blanket on top of your arm, whatever works for you, okay? Jan, for you, maybe your blanket is here and you can find a comfortable way of lying on your side. Okay, so let's just take a minute to work out what's right for our shoulders and all of that type of thing. And then you could lie with your spine in line with the long edge of your mat. And if that's the case, or if you are imagining it, you want your head, your ribs, your hips, and your heels in line with a straight line of your mat. Do a little hook of your tailbone forward so your lower abdomen is hollowed out above your pubic bone. And then I'm doing a mirror image of you. So right hand is on hip and push that hip away. So lower ribs are a little off the floor. See if you can keep that with your feet up. Then squeeze these glutes on, Louise. This is for you. Squeeze and lift your right knee. And inhale, lower down halfway. Squeeze and lift. And lower your knee halfway down. Squeeze and lift, go as slow as I'm saying, and halfway down. Squeeze and lift, and halfway down. Good, let's go 4, and halfway down. 3, and halfway down. 2, halfway down. And one more. And all the way down, rest your feet down, and you can just rub those muscles. So we're going to come back and work this side again in a moment, but let's slide it over to the other side, just so that you're not on your arm for a long period of time. Again, we want our head, our ribs, our hips, our heels in line with one straight line down the mat. We want to try and slide our left hip that way so that right lower ribs are off the floor. And then with that, can you lift your feet up? This is a way of really isolating into your hips. Hook your tailbone forward so above your pubic bone is hollowing out. And then lift your left knee up by squeezing your buttock muscles. Lower halfway down. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Keep going. The nice thing about having your hand on your hip is you check to make sure you're not twisting your hips back as you're lifting. So again, we're really isolating these muscles. We'll go 5, 4, 3. Smiling always helps. 2. And then 1. And rest everything down. And again, you can rub those muscles you just worked. We're going to come over to the other side, and you have an option of bringing your band on. Now, Obviously, that's going to make it harder. It's another version of a clam. And look where my band is, it's just above my knee. Okay, so again, choice to use the band or not. Choose what's most therapeutic. Yeah, take your time to get your band on, no rush. Lovely. So same thing, head, ribs, pelvis, heels are slightly forwards of our bottom now. We're going to keep our feet down. Bring your hand onto your hip, move that way, and now squeeze and lift. Now the nature of feet down means it doesn't look like your knee lifts that much, and then slowly close all the way. Squeeze your glutes on, lift your knee up, and all the way closed. Squeeze and lift, and all the way closed. 4. Keep your feet together. 3. 2. Squeeze and lift. And 1. Ooh. And then all the way over to the other side. When you do these, can you practice being really present in your body so you're feeling what's happening? And that will also help you notice if you're compensating. And one of the classic compensations is, again, turning our hips. And we need to try and minimize that in order to really benefit. So head, ribs, pelvis in one line, a little hook forwards of our tailbone. Our heels are forwards of our sit bones for this one. And we're going to squeeze our glutes on and lower all the way down. Yeah, hand on hip. Make sure that you don't compensate with the twist. 4. It's really developing deep body awareness. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Rolling over onto your back and just adjusting so that you're on your mat. You can hug your legs in from here, take the band off, and we'll set up for Shavasana. So if you like a blanket for your head, grab that. Maybe your foot can grab your roller, pull that in so the roller then will be behind your knees for Shavasana. Do your wiggles so you feel good. I like to reach my heels to the front corners of the mat, let my toes drop outwards. And then I always walk one shoulder down my back, then the other. Hands to tummy, eyes closed. And another way of diaphragm breathing is to balloon the tummy as we inhale. So let's softly do that now. Breathing in, tummy gently fills. And is released and deflates as you exhale. Let your muscles relax away from your bones. And then if you could softly gaze through the back of your eyeballs, imagine that. Dropping your attention towards your back body, back of your head, back of your shoulder, back of your ribs, back waistband, buttocks, back of your knees. Your heels. Sole of left foot. Sole of right. Whole body resting. Breathing like a lullaby. And feel free to stay here longer if you wish. Or to close with me, begin to turn your feet in circles and notice how that moves your whole body. Go the opposite way with your circles. And then hug your right leg into your torso. Bring your left leg in as well. And then slowly roll to your side. And come around to a seat. Maybe sit on your pillow or your blanket. And then bring your palms together. This is a heart gesture. Let your thumbs come into where the energy of your heart is. Lift your chest and take a bow to yourself. And do this with a smile. You're smiling to yourself. Friendliness towards yourself. And then let's bring our thumbs to our third eye, our point of wisdom. Smiling with our heads high, smiling to one another. And with deep respect, namaste. Thank you for joining me. For a more personalized experience, hop onto my website to see what's on offer, and to contribute to the production of these videos, see the link below.